Salam. Let's begin today's video by taking a short quiz. Which one of these two books uses the word we more often when referring to God? Is it the Bible or the Quran? It's easy to assume that the correct answer is the Bible because of the Holy Trinity. But if you did answer the Bible, then I'm sorry to say, you're actually incorrect. If you answered the Quran, however, then congratulations. That's the right answer. The word we can be found everywhere throughout the Quran when Allah is referring to himself. Here are some examples. Ali Imran 44. That is from the news of the unseen, which we revealed to you, O Muhammad. Ali Imran 145. No soul can ever die without Allah's will at the destined time. Those who desire worldly gain, we will let them have it. And those who desire heavenly reward, we will grant it to them. And we will reward those who are grateful. This verse clearly indicates that Allah is the one speaking, and he proceeds to use the word we when referring to himself. Al-Isra verse 1. Glory be to him who made his servant to go on a night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque of which we have blessed the precincts, so that we may show to him some of our signs. Surely he is the hearing, the seeing. Wait, hold on. What? Let's try to make some sense out of this. Glory be to him. Okay, that's Allah, who made his servant, that's Muhammad, to go on a night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque of which we, who is we, have blessed the precincts. Oh, okay, so the we is Allah because there are blessings being bestowed. So the we is Allah, who is also him, so that we, there's the we again, may show him, who, Muhammad, some of our signs. Okay, now Allah refers to himself with our. Surely he is the hearing, the seeing. In just one verse, Allah refers to himself as he, him, we, and our. Now, I already know what our Muslim friends are going to say. The plural pronouns are used in a majestic sense. What do they mean by this? The term is called pluralis majestatis. This is a plural pronoun that is used to refer to one person alone. It's the idea that someone like a king, for example, can speak on his own behalf and for the behalf of others, such as his people. The Islamic theologian Ibn Taymiyyah supported this idea by saying, the use of plural forms in such phrases is the style of Arabic speech used to refer to one who is of high standing and has helpers who obey him. So, if his helpers do something by his command, he says, we did it. This is like when a king says, we conquered this land, we defeated this army, and so on, because he did that through the actions of his helpers. This plural form is ambiguous, and the Christians try to use it as evidence against the Prophet. Here's the problem with Ibn Taymiyyah's argument. Saying that the we in these verses is a royal we only proves that Allah is speaking on behalf of other divine or heavenly beings. By trying to refute the Trinitarians of his time, Ibn Taymiyyah only ended up proving that the plural does in fact refer to more than one entity besides Allah. He proved that the we in these verses refers to a group working together collectively. And to make matters worse for Islam, the we is also ambiguous. In other words, it's open to multiple interpretations and can have multiple meanings. If you're trying to prove a point, you probably shouldn't leave any room for obscurity or doubt. So who are the we that are repeatedly mentioned in the Quran? Let's examine some verses from Surah Maryam. Indeed, it is we who will succeed the earth and whoever is on it, and to us they will all be returned. If Allah is the only God, and it is Him alone who will be the successor of the earth and all humans, then why does this verse use the plural we? If it's a royal we, then that means that Allah will have successors alongside Him, which does not make Him the sole ruler of all. And mention in the book, O Prophet, the story of Moses. He was truly a chosen man and was a messenger and a prophet. We called him from the right side of Mount Tur and drew him near, speaking with him directly. Now this is really damning for Islam. We know for a fact that the Torah teaches that it was God alone who spoke to Moses face to face on Mount Sinai. If the Muslims want to argue that this is a royal we, then that means that other divine beings spoke to Moses alongside with God on Mount Sinai, which we know for a fact is absolutely false. Moses spoke to God face to face, as a man speaks to his friend. So, no matter which way Maryam 52 is interpreted, the Quran is wrong. Let's keep going. Al-Baqarah 252. These are Allah's revelations, which we recite to you, O Prophet, in truth. And you are only one of the messengers. We have chosen some of those messengers above others. Apparently, the angels of Allah also have the same authority as Allah, because they can appoint prophets. Allah spoke directly to some and raised some high in rank. To Jesus, son of Mary, we gave clear proofs and supported him with the Holy Spirit. According to this verse, angels also have the authority to bestow the Holy Spirit. But it gets even worse than that. Take a look at the footnote for this verse. Apparently, the Holy Spirit is the angel Gabriel. And if this isn't enough proof that Allah is in fact multiple beings, let's explore the creation of man according to the Quran. Indeed, we created man from sounding clay molded from black mud. As for the jinn, we created them earlier from the smokeless fire. Remember, O Prophet, when your Lord said to the angels, I am going to create a human being from sounding clay molded from black mud. Who created man in Islam? If it was Allah alone, then this verse contradicts itself by saying we created man out of black mud. And indeed, we created humankind from an extract of clay, then placed each human as a sperm drop in a secure place. Then we developed the drop into a clinging clot of blood, then developed the clot into a lump of flesh, then developed the lump into bones, then clothed the bones with flesh. Then we brought it into being as a new creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators. Black mud, clay, sperm, clotting blood. It sounds more like a scene out of a horror movie. But take a closer look at the final statement made. Allah is the best of creators. This is implying that there are others who can also create, and we don't have to dig very deep to find out who it is. Remember the Holy Spirit supposedly being the angel Gabriel? And mention in the book, O Prophet, the story of Mary when she withdrew from her family to a place in the east screening herself off from them. Then we sent to her our angel Gabriel, appearing before her as a man, perfectly formed. She appealed, I truly seek refuge in the most compassionate from you, so leave me alone if you are God-fearing. He responded, I am only a messenger from your Lord, that I may bestow upon you a pure son. According to Islam, the angel Gabriel, who is also the Holy Spirit, appeared to Mary in the form of a man to bestow or create Jesus. If everyone is Allah, then no one is Allah. The United States Navy Admiral Hyman G. Rickover was known as the father of the nuclear navy due to his role in developing the first nuclear-powered submarine. During his service, he had a subordinate who frequently liked to use the royal we when speaking. Admiral Rickover told his subordinate these words: 3 groups are permitted that usage: pregnant women, royalty, and schizophrenics. Which one are you? In Muhammad's case, he wasn't a pregnant woman, and he certainly was no king. I suppose that only leaves one answer. Until next time, salam.